Jeez, that scared me. The main goal today is to get... Technically, we do have bioethanol, and we have our steam engine ready to go with the best type of heat, with the boiler stylus being level 9 ready. Problem is that we don't really have a steady supply of it, because our biomass is not really being created in significant quantities. Or I also just checked, I mean, we won't have a sufficient supply of birch drawers. So we will actually we're gonna need to make another crushing wheel. So we're gonna have to reset up our mechanical crafters, but that's okay. The first thing we need to do is set up these mushrooms. There is a power problem right now, but it's okay. We can fix that relatively easy. I just when I logged on today, I saw that. Luckily we can fix it relatively easily. So we need red mushrooms and brown mushrooms. I thought we had mushrooms. Apparently we don't. Okay. Oh. I thought we had regular mushrooms. Well, we can easily go get some mushrooms. They should be in the nether. We can find some mushrooms in the nether, probably. Yeah, this is in a crimson forest biome, which should, yep, have the mushrooms. So we got the brown mushrooms. I do kind of want both mushroom types, just in case. So we got more brown mushrooms here. Found the mushrooms. I knew they were here. Okay, so biggest thing for this one is it's basically the same concept of, funny enough, we're gonna need to redo this area. Even though I just closed it, we're gonna redo this area with the water. Both of these are going to be going to mixers. We need 2 of these. There we go. And then we need 1 more mechanical press. There we go. So we kind of need another side. We're gonna grab all of our stone and we're gonna extend this out. We want to keep these Allen signs. We might glass this up, actually, almost like a museum. We're gonna need to put our mechanical crafters back down. So I'm pretty sure it's a 5x5. So we put these back down and we'll figure this out later. So both of these can be beside each other because the actual... Can we filter? Yeah, we can filter. We can filter brown mushrooms and red mushrooms. I'm pretty sure that means they'll only ever go to that one. So then it wouldn't be too crazy. The red and brown mushrooms, we're going to lock that up so it can't be changed. Interact with each other just in case, even though they are locked up already, but just in case, you know. Actually, let's do the same thing we did from back here so we can still have it under, because overall we want both of these to go into here. This doesn't fill up, right? Because it's filtered. Yeah. Okay, good. We're still gonna disconnect this pipe, but we now know that it does properly work. So now we can properly go over here. And it should go into these. Wait, there's a wheat seed in here. Why? I thought they filtered. They don't even gain enough power anyway right now. So we should be able to do the upgrades for them temporarily. Integral components. And then as many as we can flux amplifiers. Oops. No. 1 each. Oh, this one already has one. Nice. The problem with this is that this isn't going because it's full crescent oil. Problem is that this crescent oil isn't being used all the time. This whole thing is kind of a mess. So I'm hoping that if I go over here, we need a redstone. We can't make a redstone furnace. Oh no, we can. Good. So the reason we're doing this is that we're gonna start having this be the one that cooks tons of bread. Place this here. We're gonna need another drawer. Yeah, this one has the void upgrade. We're going to take that void upgrade away because it's never going to have full wheat anymore. And we're going to put the void upgrade on this one because we're just going to have more bread than necessary. We're just going to void it because we want this thing to be going constantly. Because this one is going to be powered from over here. So this will at least hopefully use a bunch of energy so the crescent oil is constantly being used, because that's the problem we're having right now. The crescent oil isn't always being used. So this always being on should fix that problem. And if there's more problems, then we can deal with them. So the right side is blue and the left side is red, and I forgot this doesn't push in. Okay, so the back is going to be blue because I forgot. So it's going to be a crazy amount of bread. Yeah, look at that. 384 stack limit. Okay, so this is finally going again. I'm also kind of tempted to temporarily like grab one of these cells to power this because I feel like this is just not going to be, it's just not going to be enough because it's so far behind. It needs to power too many things now. This one, at least. Because these were meant to be on all at the same time. Because we still have a crazy amount of crescent oil. I feel like we need another compression diamond now. You know, let's make another one. I think we just put it down here and just have another fluid pipe go into it. Go like this. The pipe upgrade. There we go. Technically, there's no upgrades in this one. But as long as the output is the same, it should be fine. How many ticks is this? Only 40? Okay. How much is this, actually? 120? Okay. And these need 120 each, basically. 240, 240, 240, 240, yeah. Okay. So it's definitely a power problem now. And this is finally losing. I mean, the one of the main problems is that these aren't actually powering a lot. These are powering, like, other things. So we're not actually using this power for a lot of things. Another thing is that we're not making the coke fast enough, which could be a problem. Interesting. This is an interesting problem we have. The funny enough is like having this much crescent oil, I never thought was going to be our problem. Increased generation rate. Yeah. Auxiliary reaction chamber. We need 6. Yeah, we need 6. Oh, hey, there we go. We actually could only do 6. Crank that up. So 480 is the maximum. So now we're really pumping into this. And honestly, I think what we do is now, I think we go push this into here. We need to like upstart this. Look at that. It's immediately emptied. Okay, so now that that's immediately emptied. Yeah, so these aren't, once again, yeah, so this is basically empty. Okay, so that won't work because there's just not enough supply. Okay, we'll just output all this energy in it. Okay, so I accidentally took this out too. So there's actually 30. Okay, you know what? Maybe I manually move them. So they're both working. Okay, so the good thing is that now the crescent oil is actually finally being used. Oh, okay. There's at least one that's getting full power. The problem is I don't think there's ever going to max out anymore. So this one eventually will run out. And this one finally is actually being used. We're still technically gaining. Over here, it's just too much for one, basically. We need to pump more power into this somehow. I'm just not entirely sure how right now. I mean, the good thing is this thing is now making, and there's 51 in here, 25 in there. Good. So in theory, this works. Problem is that this is not long term. I think we double up on this, honestly, because I feel like if we can just increase the output, maybe that will just be enough. The only problem is this is so compact that I'm probably gonna have to change how this works. Yeah, okay. It's too compact. It needs to be changed. We need them both like here, but we need them slightly separate so we can have one going out. So let's neutralize all of this. Let's turn this all to neutral. We have, this is tar, which can still be put into here, into a compression dynamo. This dynamo can still be used for this redstone flux. So this side is still fine. I think we are going to have to separate them though, because the one problem with this is that I don't want the coal to stop being pushed to one of these machines. So we need an individual one for both, and it's going to be coal just like the other one. Oops. So the right side is going to be blue. This one, the left side, is going to be blue. We're going to have both item things. This one needs to be a separate one over the other one. This is going to be above it. Okay. We also are going to have this power these guys too, just because we're going to even this out, because we are going to build a tank, because we need a tank. Tank from create, I think need a tank from create, because honestly we just need more capacity. Well, do we? We might not, honestly. We'll see. Considering how these are actually being used now more often, maybe we won't actually. You know what? Yeah, let's try it with the fluid cell. So the back is also going to be blue. I think this dynamo needs to move. This redstone flux cell, you know, they should be able to power their own. You know what? You're right. I am right. They should be able to power their own thing. So what we should actually do is move these if possible. One should be able to power their own thing. Fly up here. We could probably give it a little more space, like over here, just in case. Regular coal. There we go. Fluid cell here. On the right side of this, we want orange. And then this fluid cell. Okay, so the coke is going to get pushed here overall, because then we can just simply change where the blue is. Ooh, how are we going to power them? Oh my gosh, I always forget that we need to power them. Okay, so we're going to go under probably for the actual coke. Because then the tar can go in here, and then the top will be how they are powered. So one of these compression dynamos is going to be here. And this one is going to be fueled like that. Will you go like this? Yes. Oh, whoops, we're not pushing out. There we go. We're not pushing out the crescent oil. That is my bad. This one is going to be the one that's getting all the blocks of coke. Start pushing this. Start making sure this is outputting. Make sure everything is outputting. Good. That's okay. So now we're producing 2 at a time, which is much better, hopefully. Yeah, this has 11 blocks. This crescent oil is going to output at the top and go over here into a compression dynamo. Go like here. Output. And then this is going to go into here. Okay, so output 10%. Why? Oh, I'm an idiot. They should be going in here. I always forget. I always forget which color is which sometimes. Okay, so now they're actually gaining power, and it looks like, are we winning now? Not really. We still need more. We still need to pump more power into this. We're kind of winning. You know, do we even need this setup? Do we need this resin? Like, obviously we need this. I feel like this could be used. I feel like, honestly, both of these compression dynos could be being used to power this. Because this isn't a big deal anymore. You know what? I think I've decided. What we should do is this tar one is going to be the one powering this fracturing still. And this instead. Like, technically this needs power, but like this whole thing doesn't need to be powered by this. The tar is the one that can power this one thing and this, because it doesn't need as much power all the time. Okay, so this sterling dynamo can go here maybe. Okay, we need to move these things. And then this gets pushed into here. So one here. What I should do is have both of these sterling dynos be pumping into another redstone flux, which then can power both of these. And then this can go like this. Pipe, and it gets tar in there. Good. It's not going to be a lot, because the thing with this one is that it doesn't produce it fast enough. The best tree for this. 50, 25, 25. Spruce looks like the best. Yeah, spruce is the best. Yep, we have 4 spruce trees, actually. This is totally fine. This is full. That's totally fine. Why is this not going? Are these just slow? This is empty, and this is full. Why is this not being used? Let's push some coal back in here, because it looks like this, I mean, this gets used, it looks like a lot faster. Mostly because this, for some reason, isn't being used, and I don't know why. It should be being used constantly. I guess this isn't enough. I guess it is only just one redstone furnace. Another thing is that we kind of have this to dump energy into. I don't know. This will kickstart some at least. Let's empty this out. Yeah, this just isn't being used a lot. We still need this to have a surplus, basically. So maybe this is where I make the fluid tank. So like what we could do is break this and just like that. So, because I feel like this holds more overall. Yeah, 32. Even at the most, like this just holds more. It's 144,000 compared to 32,000. And even at the fluid cells upgraded, it's still not nearly that much. We are getting enough now to the point where it looks like all of these are actually working. There isn't a lot of crescent oil in this one, unfortunately, but that's also because it's always constantly being used. It was mostly probably because of this. Okay, so does the tree need to be okay, or can I just use, I don't know. We'll just do this for now. All right, so this is literally empty now. And this is going to slowly... Yep. Okay, so I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, so we can't do that because it'll just lose. So then the real thing is that we're going to need more power. Maybe what we should actually do is have multiple things. So they're not all powering one. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if we break it here... This one... Is this a flux cell? Yes, it is. Yeah, so now the main problem is this one doesn't get enough crescent oil. In theory, this one should now... Yeah, okay, so this one can actually power all 3 of these. So do these actually have things in it? No. These ones do, though. So I wonder why these... Oh, interesting. They can't be, like, attached like that? Okay. Well, this should be okay, then. No? Interesting. Let's fill up some power here. Let's see if we just need to be ahead a little bit. Like, if we need, like we need to be ahead already. So let's wait until a million power. And then we'll see if we can go from there. So these should be going, right? Wait, why is there 0 carrots in there? What? Why did this all of a sudden not work? Why is the 2 strategy all of a sudden not working? I'm so confused sometimes with this thing. Okay, well, at least now it's making 3 at a time again. Or 2 at a time. Okay, we're gonna get to 64 again. I guess it's because it ran out. It's same with the sugarcane. The sugarcane completely ran out. Just put a stack in there again and see what happens. Does 2 get put in here? 2 does get put in here. Why? All of a sudden it doesn't work. What the heck? All of a sudden this entire process just doesn't work. Why? Fortunately, this is a thing where I'm like, I just don't know why it's doing this now. The good thing is that we have a ton of seed oil now again because this hasn't been working, but now for some reason the carrots just don't work. Okay, let's see if this works now. So they'll send out. Does it just slowly go down? No. What? I guess there's a pattern to it and sometimes it just breaks the pattern. All right, let's send out the mushrooms and let's see if these... Nope, they are... That's just not how it should be. Oh, so they're not crushing. Wait, no. These are making for biomass. Why did I make things? These are for biomass, not seed oil. I don't even know. I honestly don't remember why I did the mushrooms. Yeah, so it must have been for biomass. I don't remember. I don't know why I thought doing it for the other things. Well, we're going to keep those. Okay, so the problem is that... Yeah, that's why I needed the blazes. Well, the good thing is that we still make this enough that it's not that big of a deal. So let's... Even though it's not sustainable, I think it's time to try. Yeah, so eventually the lava will burn up. Okay, while we try to figure this out, eventually that should turn into level 9, hopefully. It's probably because of the power or something like that. Something messed up the pattern, and like it needs to be in that pattern. Okay, so we don't actually need these mechanical presses. What we need is the mechanical mixers. Mixer... Jeez, that scared me. Finally, it looks like this setup partly is a failure, which it sucks, but I mean, hey, it's a good learning thing. Well, it's an unfortunate end to the server, or to end to the adventure, but we might be coming back to this. A lot of lessons were learned, honestly. I learned a lot about thermal and creative in this. And honestly, I think the big thing is, even in modded Minecraft, going for the top stuff, like, I think our early progression was stopped by me not wanting to go mining so much, because like the biggest problem is that I didn't understand the mod pack at the very beginning, and I really should have just dove into the thing. We didn't do a lot of end exploring, and I feel like maybe that might have been doing it as well. I don't know. It's interesting. It was definitely an interesting experience, and I still enjoyed myself.